Hello, everyone. How you doing? My name is James Reyes. I am the box office artist, and I apologize for those of you. I hit a little snag. I don't know what happened there, but I'm back again, and we're going to draw tails. Now we're going to draw tails again. Okay, but before we do that, why don't I once again show you where to comment if you want me to answer your questions in this particular stream here. Okay, so let's go here, and if you go here to the box office artist, the page here, along the top here, you have something called community. Okay, so if you go to the phone, you'll also be able to find this as well. Okay, you'll find this as well. Go to community here, community tab here, go to the first question here, and hit comment. And this is where I answer the questions. Okay, this is where I answer the questions, not in the chat. The reason I do it this way, number one, I keep your questions. The questions are here if I wanted to pull it up or put it in a video, or if I want to cut out a clip of mine that I'm talking and I want to put it in in a short or something. If you want to see your name, it's easier for me to cut out here. So that's the reason why I'd rather you do it here than ask me questions in the chat. Okay, so that's why we do that. All right, and now let's go back to me. Let's go back to me. Also, if you want, let me show you also how to do that on your phone. Okay, let me show you how to do that on your phone. If you want to ask me questions, and I know you guys can't hear me right now, but hear me as well. So if we go to my page here, okay. So if we go to my channel here, so you guys can see here, my channel here. If you go up here, hey, look, we're live, guys. If you go up here and kind of scroll here in this area here, and hit the community tab. Hit the community tab here. This first one here, that's where you want to ask your questions. Some of you have done that already, okay? So click on that. This is where I'm going to answer your questions, okay? So thank you so much. I really appreciate everyone joining in on stream today. And those who watched the previous one, we drew, we drew Sonic, as you see. Very Sonic. You can tell this guy skips leg day. There you go. And now we're going to go ahead and draw tails. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw some tails. All right. So I don't think this will take as long as the Sonic, but we'll see. You never know. We will see. Let me see. Also, push this camera over just a tiny bit. See if you can see just a little bit more. Okay. So we're going to work in this area because we know tails is a bit smaller. Okay, so before I go ahead and do that, I'm going to go ahead and answer another question. Here, let's see here. So from Ironclad EX here asks, Ironclad EX asks, if you draw Sonic in a Marvel style, could you please add Vector, Charmy, and Espio? Is that how you say it, guys? Espio? And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, those are other Sonic characters. Probably not. I would say right now, probably not. I'm just going to stick to 5. With most of my drawings here in the morning, I'm probably just going to stick to 5 drawings. Mainly because, I do want to finish each one at least, maximum 2 days. Maximum. Depending on what I want to draw. But, I want to move on and have some more fun and draw other things and get you guys more involved with what I'm drawing. So it wouldn't be just, I'm not doing like these giant pieces for now. Maybe a bit later. Maybe a bit later we could do that. Maybe do that a little bit later. But SM Academy, are you looking in the mirror? No, I'm just joking, buddy. He doesn't like my Sonic. He said he looks horrible. And then he's like, are you looking in the mirror? Just joking. Now, again, guys, I don't mind if people don't like the version I draw. That's okay. It's all good. It's all good. I saw an opening. I went for it, my friend. I saw an opening. I went for it. But it's okay. And that's the point to this. It's just all about fun. It's all about fun, right? So it's not, I know artwork's not gonna be for everybody, so that's all, it's all good. There you go. There you go. Anyway, That's I thought James was a nice guy. I am. Just when people are not. There you go. Now, Mario, that's how not to talk to an editor. There you go. There you go. There you go. So, next question here. Ska Tiger. Hi, James. I've been a fan for many, many years, and you've been the catalyst for me in my art career. I do have a question, though, regarding your channel. Your playlist, Continue Your Journey with a Star Wars Piece, currently has like 20 unlisted videos. Is there a reason for that? Is there a reasonable for that? SM Academy says, horrible than you. Are you talking about your grammar? Because that makes no sense. Woo! I'm on a roll. I'm on a roll there, man. SM Academy's looking in the mirror and he has bad grammar. There you go. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Okay. No, again. Let's okay, sorry about that, guys. I got a bit distracted. You know, I'm like a comedian, you know. I'm like a comedian when like I'm nowhere near a comedian. I'll tell you that much. Comedian what's it called? When comedians have hecklers, if you don't address the hecklers, okay, the audience actually looks at you they don't look at you at a good light if you don't address the hecklers, right? They want you to go ahead and they want you to defend yourself and you know, I won't say attack them, but defend yourself in that sense, right? So that's the case. But again, I'll be honest though, a lot of people do feel the same way that guy does about that person does about my artwork, and that's okay. It's all right, man. It's all good. All good. So there you go. All right, there you go. Let's see here. But anyway, question again. Sorry, Scott Tiger. Let's get back to your question here. Hi, James. I've been a fan for many, many years, and you have been a catalyst for me in my art career. I do have a question, though, regarding your channel. Your playlist, Continue Your Journey with a Star Wars Piece, currently has like 20 unlisted videos. Is there a reason for that? Would you consider re-uploading them? I know they're old videos, but I find myself still inspired by watching not just your new content, but your old content too. Thanks again, and have a very nice rest of your day. Sorry for the long pose, but no, thank you for the confidence booster, my friend. There you go. So, you know what? That is actually a very good question. First of all, I forgot that I unlisted those things. Part of why I enlisted a lot of the older vlogs, okay, because I did a point where I was trying daily vlogs. I did a point where I was trying to do daily vlogs. And I'll admit, my buddy Jazz called me up, and he's like, James, what are you doing? What are you doing with your content? You know, because I was going for these drawing videos to like these daily vlogs. I was trying to be Casey Neistat. Back in the day. For those of you youngins don't even know who Casey Neistat is, you know, he used to vlog every single day and got so much attention because of it. And I thought to myself, hey, I you know, a lot of people started vlogging every day because of him. So I was no different. I was like, okay, well, why don't I give it a try? And then my friend Jazz is like, hey, look, people subscribe to your channel for a reason, okay? And this is not what they signed up for. And he showed me my analytics, and he's like, look, you're better off, if you want to do this, you're better off at trying something new. With, you know, with your channel, make a new channel. And that's how I got the James Ray's channel. That's why I did the James Ray's channel, was because, you know, it was suggested by Jazz, and he was 100% right. But I did, when I was doing the Star Wars mural, I actually documented a lot of what I went through with that mural. And I showed my progress. And it wasn't every week. I would have liked it to be been every week. But I documented a lot of it. And then, so when Jazza told me that, at that time, I decided to private those videos, or at least unlist them. Because I felt, you know, they didn't really have to do my channel. But then now, you know, now it's years later, you know, why don't I? You know, why don't I share it with you guys, that journey that I did? Because it really is interesting to see everything I went through on a week-to-week basis. and what ended up happening at the end of the day. So I think that's a wonderful idea. So why don't we yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so thank you for that suggestion. I think that's a wonderful suggestion. So let's go ahead and do that. All right. All right. Is okay? A lot of you in the chat here. Am I right? Is Tails a girl or Tail a boy? Help me out here. Is Tails a girl or Tails a boy? I'll admit I'm not the biggest Sonic fan out here. Okay, let's see. It's Tails because I hear him referred to as a he. That's why. Because I know here's the deal. I know Tails is voiced by a girl in the thing, right? And do a quick Google search. He's a male. Okay, he's a male. Tails not a girl. He's a boy. Okay, thank you very much. Just to confirm, because somebody in the chat said Tails is Tails is a girl, and I understand why that person said that because he is voiced by a girl in the movie, and it's because he's a bit younger. Right? So, okay, thank you for the clarification. Because this video might go viral for other reasons if I didn't. For other reasons. Let's see here. So, anyway, I forgot what I was talking about. Let's go ahead and go back here to that question. All right. So, let's see here. Yeah, so I'll probably will make those videos public again. And maybe I'll even share them in the chat for those of you who are unfamiliar with the journey. I did try to document me going through that, putting those together. And that was way before Marvel contacted me. Way before, I did all that stuff, all those murals for Disney. That was a real important part of my life. Trying to put that together. And then you got to see, that was when I quit my job. So, I might actually put all those back up again. I'll put all those back up again. That'd be a good idea. Maybe we'll do that. Okay. So, let's see here. Next question from Fortune Maker. Can you please make a 1 minute versus 10 minute versus 100 minute Daredevil video? Please, as Daredevil is popular nowadays. Yes, he is very popular. And here's the deal, guys. Here's the deal. Again, this is like the controversial stream. This is going to be a controversial stream. You know where I'm going. Look, it's no secret. I mentioned this yesterday. I wasn't the biggest fan of She-Hulk. I was not the biggest fan of She-Hulk. I know there are people who are. I know people absolutely loved what She-Hulk did. And I would say that it did resonate a lot with the female Marvel fans. It really did. It really did. Like, because a lot of people could relate to She-Hulk in that manner. Okay, and a lot of people really like the comedy. It didn't work for me, personally. It didn't work for me. So, it is what it is, right? And as we know, Daredevil is in She-Hulk. And it's a much lighter Daredevil than what we're used to. So, I'm not saying I didn't like his appearance in there, but because the show, She-Hulk, was so... what's a polite word? Goofy in that sense. It kind of put Daredevil in a very different light to me. Okay, not bad light. Like, he did a good job, but just say that I'm not as excited as I would have been if I didn't see Daredevil. Let's just say that. Honest opinion, okay? Just honest opinion, an honest opinion about Daredevil. Okay. So, we'll see. I'm going to wait and see. It's not like I'm not going to watch it. I'm going to watch it, of course. It's going to be a long series, from what I understand. It's the first series that's like 12 episodes, right? If I'm not mistaken. It's going to be like 12 episodes. So, of course, I'm going to check it out. I'm going to check it out for sure. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So, to do a Daredevil piece in itself, I don't know. Maybe not right now. The interest level for me, personally, is not now. Even if it were to get me like thousands of views. Again, at this moment, it's not about views for me. It's about just having some fun online, having fun here. So that's really why, that's really why I'm here. But again, like Goblin Basash, I'm a really good lawyer. That's from No Way Home. I was okay with his No Way Home appearance, but I think just because the actual She-Hulk TV show kind of soured me as a whole, and it was because the story didn't work for me. It had nothing to do with the character itself. It was the storyline. It was, they were trying too hard to make it a comedy, and it wasn't that funny. To me, a lot of people thought it was hilarious, and that's wonderful. To me, wasn't that funny. So, okay, and that's my opinion for sure, and I'm sure people absolutely loved it, and that's fantastic. I think that's great. Me personally, but that's why it kind of soured me a little bit on that opinion. So again, we'll see what happens with the show. It's not like I'm not gonna watch it. Of course, I'm gonna watch it. We'll see. Anyway, let's see here. Next question from Joshua Van Wyck. Here you go. Hey James, thank you so much for your contributions in the art world. Well, thank you very much for asking your question. You inspire me every day. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Because my question is, are you happy with what you are doing right now for a living? Yes, I am. Would I wish I'd be earning a little bit more than I am? Of course, everyone probably does. But right now, I'm comfortable. I'm working from my bedroom here. Of course, I have my other responsibilities too. This gives me time to be with my kids right now, especially it's just us, single dad. This allows me to do that. So I am extremely grateful that I am able to do something like this, right? So yes, the answer is yes. I'm very happy. I feel very blessed that I even have this opportunity, and I'll take it as it goes. Okay, I'll take it as it comes. All right, I'll do this until till I can't afford to keep doing it. Let's just say that. Okay, if I can't afford to keep doing this, I got to pay the bills at the end of the day, right? If I can't pay the bills, then I have to do something else. But I still can't pay the bills, and that's all. That's all you can really ask for, right? That's all you can really ask for. Pay the bills. There you go. Let's see here. Next question here. Let's see here. I answered that question already, Mario. There you go. Let's see here. Thomas Harrington says, would you ever consider doing NCU, Nintendo Cinematic Universe? Well, I kind of did something like that. I did a Super Smash Brothers piece recently, and that was about a good... How many characters was that? Was that 80? I think I did 80 characters in that particular one, but I don't remember. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I highly enjoyed doing that particular piece there. So will I do an NT? Maybe. We'll throw that in the maybe pile, guys. Maybe, because that'd be a lot of fun. It would be a lot of fun to do. But we'll just go maybe. Okay. So. Okay. Thank you, Mario. I was about to do that. Thank you, Mario. All right. That's an inside talk with me and my buddy Mario there. There you go. Now, next. Mr. Broken Heart asks me, do you look at your old drawings and think how awesome you are? No, my friend. You know what I think about? This is my honest reply to that. Okay? This is my honest reply to that. When I look at my old drawings, I literally say to myself, why haven't I improved more? Okay? I see improvement. I see a little bit of improvement. Like, especially when I was doing comic books, okay? When I was doing comic books back, like, we're talking 15 plus years. And I'm looking back at my old work, and I made some improvement in terms of, I would say, like, for example, coloring. I didn't know how to color back then. I was, in terms of my Photoshop skill, I definitely improved in Photoshop. I'll admit that. I definitely improved in terms of how inking my own artwork. I definitely did that. But in terms of the actual drawing itself, I look at my stuff and I'm like, not that much of a difference. Me personally, what I'm feeling right now, I feel like I didn't improve as much as you would think as someone would improve in 15 years. Like you see these videos right now. I don't know if they're fake or not, but you see these people do these videos where they improve over the span of 3-4 years. Like they go from these really, really bad artwork to this really, really amazing realistic artwork. You see stuff like that. And then I look at my own artwork and I'm like, man, it's been 15 years. Couldn't I, couldn't it look a little bit better? But that's the thing. You also got to, when you're trying to learn how to draw, you have to be open-minded enough to try new things, right? To try new ways of doing things and practice and be okay with getting bad at it. And you need to really work. So it's one of those things you could draw every single day for the rest of your life. But if you just draw the same thing over and over again, that doesn't automatically mean that it's going to look better. It won't look better until you learn how to draw better. I kind of want my eraser, but I can't find my ugly eraser. Can't find it. Anyone want to donate an ugly eraser to me? But there you go. All right. So if I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, when I look back at my old art, and when I'm saying like a good 15 years ago, I'm like I should be better than that right now, but I'm not. Okay. Then I ask myself, how can I get better? Number 2, do I have the time to learn how to get better? Or should, will that time investment, is it worth, working? And it probably is. It definitely is worth the time investment, right? So that is the honest truth. That is what I think about when I look at my old artwork. Now, when I look at artwork like in high school, I'm definitely better. And that's because I learned. I learned when I was in college how to draw better in college because I actually took the time and learned. That's why there's a vast improvement between my stuff now than in high school. But after when I started working in the comic book industry, a little bit different. So that's my honest answer to you, Mr. Brokenheart. There you go. Next question from Andrew Grayson. Ask this question here. Hi, James. Do you have plans to draw characters from the game Cyberpunk 2077 or anime Cyberpunk Edge Runners in a Marvel style? Probably. I'll probably say not immediately. I won't say immediately. Just make sure I'm recording here. I was hoping to get that, that Keanu Reeves video I did. And that was a fun video. And again, shout out to my buddy. My buddies, right? Well, but first of all, of course, my buddy Mark Michael. John and Carr, as we know him here. But also to my buddy, Dr. Masaki. Guys, please do subscribe to Dr. Masaki. He's a great kid. Really wants to make it in the YouTube world. And he was wonderful to work with. A dream to work with. If I were to ever rehire again, those would be, my old team would be the first ones I'd call because I enjoyed working with them so much. And again, the only reason I had to let them go was financially. I had no choice but to let them go. But Dr. Masaki is an extremely talented filmmaker. And even an extremely talented visual effects artist. He really is. He was my student. That's how we met. Me and Dr. Masaki, we met. And I taught visual effects at Centennial College here in Canada. I don't teach there anymore, so don't join that course thinking I'm going to be there. I'm not in that course anymore. But he was one of my students, and he was a fantastic student. He was great. But I also knew that he wanted to do YouTube. I knew he had a YouTube channel. He showed me his YouTube channel. And I knew he wanted to do YouTube as well. And there came a time in the last year of the program where you actually have to go and get a work placement. You got to find your work placement. Same with me when I was in college. I had to find a work placement. And I went up to him and I told him, hey, look, if you cannot find, because it's hard to find a work placement. It really is. It really is hard to find a work placement. I told him, look, if you can't find a work placement, if you want to come and work for me, if you want to come and work for me on some YouTube videos, I'd be more than happy to have you, right? But I told him it would be better if he wants to make it as a visual effects artist that he actually goes to a visual effects house and learn, and work on some movies, And he was, of course, he's talented enough to go work on those movies. In fact, I know for sure of places that would have loved to have had. But he wanted to be a YouTuber. And I believe he still wants to be a YouTuber. So please do subscribe to him, guys. Dr. Masaki, if you haven't already, go subscribe to him. Dr. Masaki. Go check him out. But he wanted to work with me instead. Because he wanted to learn the ins and outs of YouTube. And just like anything else, guys, if you want to learn how to do a specific profession, it's best to learn from those who have some sort of success in that profession. And I had a little bit of success in the YouTube game. So he wanted to work for me. And I couldn't be more happier that he decided to do that. And thank you to Dr. Masaki for wanting to do that if he ever hears this. Thank you for all those years that we worked together. It was awesome. It was awesome. And it was just time to move on. Time to move on. So let's see here. So by the way, I got a little off tangent there, but the real question was about would I try out Cyberpunk 2077? I actually wanted to have that Keanu video out for the release of that game because it made sense, right? He was in the game, and I thought to myself, hey, that'd be good. Maybe we could get some traction for that game. But then, VFX is hard. That video took a long time to do. So the guys, that Keanu Reeves video that you see on my channel, that literally was in 2 years. That was 2 years of work. That Keanu Reeves video, 2 years we've been working on that video. Not every day. Definitely not every day. Like we put it on hold a bunch of times. But that video was supposed to come out in the heart of the pandemic, 2020, end of 2020. That's when that video is supposed to come out. And then it came out just a few months ago because we decided to finish it off finally. Like we were sitting on this footage for. As you look at that footage, I look completely different than I do now. I really do. I look a lot different than I did now. So. Go check out that video if you haven't already, guys. That's a fun video, the Keanu Reeves video. Probably my absolute favorite brand spot that we ever put together. That was a lot of fun. So go check that out if you guys get the time, okay? Let's see here. So thank you for that question. Oh, by the way, somebody's asking why I keep talking during the stream. Number one, I do want to make these streams more fun for you guys. Instead of just watching me draw. I want this to be valuable for you too. That's why, if I could, I know a lot of you guys want to be YouTubers. A lot of you guys want to be aspiring artists. You are aspiring artists. So if there's a way that we could maximize this time here, not just by showing me drawing, but also helping you guys out in your journey, why not? Why not? Why not come and what's it called? Why not me answer your questions? And also, for those of you who don't know, I'm also recording this as a podcast too, which is why I'm talking a lot, right? So for me, this has to work as both something visual and something that is something that works just if we just rip the audio, would it still be interesting? So that's why I'm answering your questions, telling you guys stories. If there's ways I can make this more entertaining for you guys, let me know. If there's ways I can make this more entertaining for you. Other than just me drawing here. Okay, so drawing some weird drawings like I'm doing right now. So that answers that question. All right. Let's see here. Let's see. Next question here. Mike Russell, have you ever thought about doing a drawing competition? Maybe drawing you in a Marvel style. People love joining an art competition. Maybe. I think we did. One fun thing we did before was There was another time where I was going live every day. And fun thing that we did was I gave you guys the opportunity to color some of my artwork. And that was a lot of fun. Maybe we'll do something like that. But the hard part about doing art competition, because guys, YouTube isn't my full time anymore. It's not. I just said that I have other responsibilities during the day. So I don't have a lot of time to judge and then to actually make those type of videos. That's the hard part for me. That's where I'm makes it a little bit tough in terms of doing those competitions. So I don't want to promise anything I can't keep. I've done that many times in the past. I'd rather make sure that if I'm going to do something like that, I have the manpower to do it, or I have the ability to do it, and I'm not just going to say it and we never do it. Okay, so I want to make sure that that happens properly if we were going to do that. There you go. So, let's see here. Next question here. By the way, guys, once again, if you have a question to ask, please do go to the community tab and ask your question, okay? Don't forget to ask your question there. Waffle Manatee asks, did you ask a question before Waffle Manatee? I forgot. Would you consider drawing characters from Destiny, the game? Maybe. Again, it's not on my immediate radar, but everything's fair game, guys. Everything is fair game. Though I probably will start with things that I'm a little bit more familiar with. Like, who's not familiar with Sonic? Like, everybody's familiar with Sonic. But, in terms of things like Destiny, I'm not too familiar with the game. So I would like to be a little bit informed before I go ahead and I draw something. Because it does affect how you draw. It does affect how you draw. So probably not at this particular point here. Okay. Next question here. Riley asks, hey James, just watched the last live stream. Thank you very much. This isn't a question, but thanks for the advice on starting a YouTube channel. Just as a teen, I like to draw comics as you do. Just as you just put me in the right attitude this morning. And they're very inspirational. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my friend. Awesome drawing. Thank you so much, and thank you for the awesome comment. For those of you guys, especially you youngins, you young guys. In terms of YouTube, I would tell you right now, the best thing for you to do, especially when you want to get into art, really analyze people that are doing it right now on YouTube. Okay, because a lot of a lot of art YouTuber today, it is filled and littered with a lot of newcomers, a lot of new guys that weren't around a couple years ago, that are absolutely killing it right now. They're absolutely killing it right now in the art field, especially on the short side. Okay. I would actually tell you guys, and we're gonna talk a little bit more about this tomorrow. If I were to start brand new today, and I was a young dude, okay. First of all, I would ask myself if I was good looking. If I thought my good looks would get views, I would be more on camera. But no, I would say take a look at who's doing it right, and then see what they're doing, see how they're editing their videos, learn from them, study them, okay. See who's doing it right, and see, not necessarily copy them. I would say not necessarily copy them, but see what you could learn from them and how you could apply it to your own content. Can you apply a very similar editing style to your content? Okay? And then ask yourself, would I watch it? After you make your content, would I watch it? So I'll give you guys a whole bunch of YouTube tips tomorrow. Okay? We'll do that tomorrow. I'll go on a little bit of a YouTube rant tomorrow. There you go. But I'm glad I could inspire you, Riley. Okay, so keep at it. Keep drawing, keep filming, keep entertaining, my friend. And again, understand that you're very young. Okay, here's the problem. Here's another problem with TikTok, guys. I just believe that people blew up way too fast on TikTok. Like especially you get someone like Charlie D'Amelio who literally went from she started getting millions of followers. Like she had 10 million followers in a few months, and then 100 million followers in a year. 3 years ago, that was not possible. That was just not possible. It's a lot easier now to build an audience than it used to be. But because of that, when things start not going that way for these creators, they get really depressed. they get really, they get scared. And for a lot of people coming up, they're like, oh man, if I don't hit a million subscribers in a month, I'm worthless. Some people actually think that, and when you see people struggle for years upon years, again, Mr. Beast, ever since he was 13, he wanted to be a YouTuber, and he just struggled and grinded for years. But all we see sometimes is the finished result. Sometimes we only see when the time that they actually blew up, and we don't see the behind the scenes struggle. Like with everything is a struggle, guys. Everything's a struggle. YouTube's notwithstanding. So be patient. If there's any advice I could give you, Riley, it's be patient. That things will work out, and take time, experiment, see what works, what doesn't. It's a long game, not a short game. Okay, it's a long game. Okay. Okay, but again, we'll talk more about this tomorrow. All right. So next, Masadek said, "How did you learn to draw so good?" According to you, no, it's not so good. I've been drawing forever, my friend. I'm drawing forever, learning, listening, and drawing. That's the way that I learned how to draw. So thank you very much. I appreciate that comment, but thank you so much. Okay, so from Abhinav Mondal says, who's your favorite superhero and supervillain from Marvel and DC? Wonderful question. Let's see here. I always give pretty much the same answers before. So maybe see favorite overall characters. I'd say Batman and Wolverine. Those were my two all-time favorite characters. In terms of villains, I'll go Magneto. Like Magneto. For the longest time when I was a kid, I called him Magneto. How many of you were like me? When you were younger, you didn't know how to pronounce it? Magneto. This was even before the X-Men cartoon came out. That's how old I am, guys. Before the 92 X-Men cartoon came out, I was calling him Magneto all this time. And then the cartoon came out, it's like, oh, it's Magneto. Magneto. Let's see here. In terms of villains, I would say so let's do Magneto, and for DC Comics, let's go. Who's a good villain? Who's a good villain, DC? Lobo's not a villain, right? You wouldn't consider Lobo a villain. By the way, you see that they're going to make a Lobo movie? That's pretty awesome. I'm excited for that. By the way, if you're watching this years in the future, tell us how the Lobo movie is. There you go. I'm trying to think of a good villain. I guess you could go Lex Luthor, I guess. You know what? I didn't mind the... what's called in Batman v Superman? What was the name of the actor who played Lex Luthor? I didn't mind him. They tried to make him like Zack Snyder tried to make him like a tech billionaire, That's kind of how he tried to portray him, as like a modern day tech billionaire. Well, of course, like he played that actor, and maybe you guys can remind me the name of the actor. I'm blanking right now. He was what do they call it? He played Mark Zuckerberg, right? If I'm not mistaken. So that was his initial thought. It's like a tech billionaire supervillain. So I didn't mind it. Darkseid, yep, he's a great character for sure. Oh, of course, you're gonna get the regular like Darkseid. Doomsday back in the day before the movies. Doomsday. So off the top of my head, that's where I'm going. Jesse Eisenberg, thank you, Kieran. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yes, Darkseid. So why don't you guys tell me who your favorites are? Let me know in the comments down below. Okay, now next. Let's see here. Beast Gamer says, "Hey James, it's okay that you control the new Black Panther." I'm not sure what that means, my friend. Excited to see the movie though. I might see it on Saturday. Might. But if not, I probably won't see it till next week. So let's keep this chat spoiler free, by the way. I understand that people are going to see it today. Right? If I'm not... Is today Thursday? I understand people are going to see it today. So in tomorrow's live stream, guys, please, no spoilers. Or Black Panther, please. I made no spoilers. Let's not ruin everyone else's fun. Okay? Tomorrow, guys, please. Please, please, please. No spoilers. Tomorrow. So that, everyone can enjoy the experience. But I will say, though, guys, if you do go to a live stream, watch a live stream, you do run that risk, unfortunately. Like, there's not really much you can do to control that. I could see if I could, hide keywords, but there's not much you could do to control people trying to spoil things for you, you know? So, and that's unfortunate. It really is unfortunate. People are like that. But, you know what I say? It is what it is. It is what it is. There you go. So no spoilers tomorrow, guys. No spoilers tomorrow. Okay? Let's see here. Next. Let's see here. Luke, the anime weeb. When did you start drawing? The answer I give to the news when people in the news ask me, I say around 3 years old, but the real answer is I don't know. I have no idea when I started drawing, because as long as I remember, I've always been drawing. So I don't know, but I will say 3. If someone really tells me when, ask me when did I start drawing, I will just say 3 if they really, really, really are really wanted an age. But the real answer, I don't know. I've always been drawing for as long as I can remember. So that's the answer to that question. Abhinav Mondel again asks, do you have any of your old childhood drawings with you? The answer is no. Unfortunately, I don't. I do have... You know what I do have? I do have the original pages of the comic book that I drew in high school. Okay? It's called Blood Warriors. And I believe I did a video about that before. I was taking some of those Blood Warriors characters and I was trying to redesign them. I did that on this channel. So that particular one there, those Blood Warriors comics, I will say, for the person I forgot who asked, do I look at my old stuff and cringe? That one there, yes. That one there, yes. Yes, I do. Because, again, I was in high school. So I didn't know the fundamentals. I was just going off, things I learned in art class and trying to copy Jim Lee every day, or copy of the Image Comics guys every day. That's all I could really go for, Tails. Heads or tails, guys. Heads or tails. There you go. So, but I don't have any, when I was a child. No, I don't have any, my old drawings, unfortunately. Is there music playing, by the way? There is. There is still music playing. Good. Next, from Ink Master. The Ink Master. I'm sure you're great at inking, my friend. Hi, good sir. Good evening. I was a fan since 2020. Well, welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. I just wanted to ask, will you do a video where you react to fans' art? I just want to show you how much I've improved, and it's all because of you. I appreciate that, my friend. Maybe. It's definitely not in the immediate future. But maybe one day when I just don't feel like drawing and we're going to stream. Maybe one day. But I don't want to, I don't want to get you to get your hopes up. So I'll leave that as a maybe, but nothing to get your hopes up. Don't be like, oh, right, maybe. And then you're going to keep asking me every single day. If we do, we do. Okay? But we used to do that. Remember that? Remember we used to do that back in the day where I would let you guys do that on the Discord. We used to do that back in those Discord days. And maybe you were from that days. Maybe that's why you were asking. Back then, because I do want you guys drawing while I'm working here. It's like we're in the morning crew. We get up early. Or whatever time of day it is for you. For me, it's early. Get up early. Let's get some work done. Okay? That's why it's like the virtual studio. That's why I always called it the virtual studio. It's more than just you guys being entertained by my drawing. It's about you guys working while I'm working. And I will always encourage you guys to work while I work. And as an incentive to get you guys to work while I'm working, I got you guys to put up your artwork, whether it would be on the Discord or or even just on Twitter, and I would actually go and take a quick look at what you did the previous day, if it was tasteful, of course. So I wouldn't just like Nelly Willy just throw it up. It had to be tasteful and appropriate for my audience. But that was an incentive that we did, and the reason I did that incentive back then was because I want you guys to be drawing while I'm drawing. And you know what? It's not a bad idea. I'll admit it's not a bad idea. So maybe we'll do it again, but not right now. Not right now. Let me see if I can figure out how to make it work, okay? And then we'll go from there. That's the best answer you're gonna get. You're gonna get from it, you know. It's the best answer you're gonna get from it. Because I know a lot of you guys are artists. A lot of you guys watching me now, you know, you're artists, and we're doing our best here as artists. So there you go. Next question here: can you make YouTubers? What Cowl says: can you make YouTubers as Marvel heroes like Mr. Beast and as Iron Man? Now, I didn't draw Mr. Beast as Iron Man. I drew him as a Power Ranger. That's actually a recent short I put up, but I drew that drawing. And you know, this is how old that drawing is. Like, Carl isn't even there. Carl's not even in that video. A lot of people comment on the video today, and they're like, where's Carl? Carl's not there. And they have guys that aren't in his crew anymore in that drawing, like Jake the Viking. Like, he's not there. Garrett, I don't believe... you don't see Garrett anymore. Garrett's not there either. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm a little... you know, before I used to draw YouTubers no problem. Now, I'm a little hesitant drawing YouTubers. Mainly because, and if I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys, this is my confession time. I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. You never know when they're going to be canceled, right? You never know. You just can't trust anybody that they're going to stay clean in this business, right? So yeah, I could draw a particular YouTuber or a particular influencer, and then the next thing you know, they do something really dumb, and then they get canceled. And then all that work I did was for nothing, right? Or, you know, that's all the comments I'm going to get on that particular video. So that's why I actually don't do that anymore. I don't draw YouTubers anymore. I decided not to anymore because you never know. You never know what's going to happen to them in the future. So it's like, what's the point? I don't really need to. I don't really need to. So, yeah, I probably won't be doing that anytime soon, my friend. And we'll talk, because the only time a lot of people do that, a lot of times a lot of you guys do that, is to collab, and hopefully you're hoping they'll shout you out so that you'll get, you get a little bit of free pub, as we say. I'll tell you why that is not as important as you think. Okay, I'll tell you why that. I'll tell you why that isn't as what it's meant to be. There's only quite a handful of creators that where if they give you a shout out, it will actually help you. Okay, but I'll get Mr. Beast is definitely one of them though. Mr. Beast is definitely one of them. But we'll get into that tomorrow. We'll talk about that tomorrow, guys. Okay. Let's see here. Next question from Andrew. Andrew again. I think you asked a question before, Andrew Grayson. Have you ever drawn 2D animation? Maybe you have favorite projects. Any tips on 2D animation? For 2D, no. 3D, yes. I learned 3D animation, and part of my, I worked in film for 9 years, so I did do a little bit of animation, 3D animation. In fact, guys, if you want to see my school project, I think you can. If I'm not mistaken, you can find my school project on YouTube right now if you really want to see it. It's really bad. It's horrible. It's horrible. But that's one thing I look at it and I cringe, right? I look at it and cringe. Go check out... oh, and Danielle is here. Hi, Danielle. If you look up James Ray's Upgrade, look up James Ray's Upgrade, and you're going to find my my final film in college. And granted, guys, this is like 2007, okay? 2007. Technology isn't what it was Technology isn't what it is today, okay? Stuff that took me a long time then is like 2 buttons today, all right? But, you know, for the time, it was okay. For the time, it got me a job. It got me a job working in the industry. But if you look up James Ray's upgrade, you'll actually see my student film there. But in terms of 2D animation, no, I've never really done it. And it's hard. You know, that's one thing that scared me. You know, I told you guys I hate drawing things over and over and over again. And I think it was a blessing in disguise that I didn't get into the first animation program. Like Sheridan College here in Canada has an animation program, a 2D animation program that back then was the program. It was the #1 animation program. Disney came up and hired people out of second year. So it was like if you got into this program, you had an automatic job. That's what it was, okay? I didn't get into the program. I got on the wait list, and then I couldn't get in. But when I look at the projects that they had to do in that class, like they had to do things like to have this balloon like come down on the screen and then bounce around and go back up, but you have to draw every frame. That's animation. You got to draw every single frame. And then things like that, you have to take like a bag of potatoes. You have to draw a bag of potatoes and then animate it like it's alive. This bag of potatoes. So you have to draw this bag of potatoes like hundreds of times. This bag of potatoes, you have to draw it hundreds of times, thousands of times to make a cool animation out of it. And knowing the way I was in college, I would have failed that course. Even if I got in, I would have failed that course. There's no way. I know myself. I know how lazy I was back then. There's no way I would have lasted in that particular course. So I've never done 2D animation. 3D was way more easier than 2D animation because 3D, it's more like, you know, your figure is going to start in this pose, is going to end up in this pose, and the computer fills in the rest. But back then, no. Like even today, like animation today, it's a lot of motion capture today. So today it's more, you know, let's record the motion capture, apply it to the character, and then we have to fix it if it looks a little weird. That's like computer animation today. So I know that because that's how we did it at Ubisoft when we were doing that. So that's, yeah. So I didn't really do 2D animation in that sense. So when I was working in film, I was more I was a matte painter and I was a 3D modeler. Okay, so I would build the models. Which you think would be a fun job as a creative. It's a different job. I wouldn't call it not fun, but it's different because, you know, you can't take any liberties. Like I couldn't add more muscles or anything like that to it to make it my own. It had to look exactly like what they were trying to make or exactly like the concept art that you had to make. I think the only real places that you have that creative freedom to change things any way you want is really at the concept art stage, at the beginning of the concept art stage, and then the director takes over and like you got to draw it this way. So it's different. Let's just say that it's a bit different. Okay, I might spend. What time is it? 6:47. I might have time for one more after this, guys. Might have time for one more after this, but I want to get more fur in here. It's not furry enough. It needs to be a little bit more furry. I want to erase the pencil lines. They're distracting. Ugly eraser time, guys. Ugly eraser time. There you go. Because, you know, the pencil marks here. Again, the reason I'm working in pencil here, you guys know I also like working in blue pencil, and I have a lot of blue lead. But the reason I'm working pencils, number one, is so you guys can see it. I want you guys to be able to see this. I keep forgetting that I keep my cameras on, you know? I keep forgetting. Oh, one second, guys. I just need to change the battery in this camera here. So, 1 second. 1 second, 1 second. 1 second, my friends. 1 second, my friends. Just changing the battery. Why don't I answer a question while I'm changing the battery here? And again, guys, if you want to ask a question, by all means, please do go to the community tab and ask your questions there, okay? Let's see here. See if there's anything new. Buddy Angel Bob's there. There you go. Okay. The creator PJ says, with a suggestion. I like suggestions. 1 second here. Before I get into your suggestion, I suggest I fix my camera. There you go. There you go. Okay. With this suggestion coming from creator PJ. Hey, man. Do a video where we could send you our characters or concepts and maybe you could turn them into something epic. That might be fun. I like your idea, my friend. So I did mention yesterday that a couple things I wanted to do this time around. Number one, I actually am interested, and maybe we could do some videos where sometimes I draw your OCs. Maybe I will draw your OCs. Okay. It'd be more cooler if it was your kids, or if you had like a brother or sister, if a younger person's OCs. But it's definitely, definitely something that we could try. And maybe we'll try that sooner than later. Maybe we'll do that, maybe we'll do that in December. Okay? But it's definitely something I've been thinking about. But also something I've been thinking about us doing is what if you guys build something in Lego? If you build something in Lego and then I'm going to turn that into an epic drawing, that would be cool. Or if you made a skin in Minecraft and then turn that into something. I think that would be awesome as well, okay? But yeah, we'll talk more about that a little bit later, okay? But that's great. That's a great suggestion, my friend, okay? That's great. Okay, How to Draw Comics. Hey, How to Draw Comics is here. How you doing, my man? How you doing, my man? Always a pleasure to see you draw, James. Amazing work. Keep it up. We'd love some tips on how to speed up because you are fast. Well, I'm fast, but if you are the How to Draw Comics that I know, howtodrawcomics.net, like you are pretty amazing yourself, my friend. Let's see, there's how to draw comics.net. Make sure. It's good you have your name. If you are the person I'm thinking about, and I believe I do follow you, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Love, yes, my friend. How are you, my friend? You're fast, too. I know you're fast. Also. One thing that what makes it easier is I keep the poses simple, my friends, especially because we're just doing this for YouTube. It's not to draw comics. I'm not doing anything that's too out of the ordinary. I'm not doing any poses that I, to be honest, haven't done before. So that really speeds it up for sure. I just need it's called the reference to make sure that I get the proper details in terms of the character in mind. But just like you, I've been drawing this style for years now, so it's more like just remembering everything I've done, taking all the influences in my head and just drawing. So, and here's a way to draw faster, guys. Don't care as much. I don't care as much. I'm just here having some fun, dudes. We're all here. We're having a good time. So yeah. That's pretty much all you can do. And if I make a mistake, not a big deal. That's why I like to draw multiple things. That's why I like to draw multiple things in a drawing, and it's more because it helps hide the things that don't work well. It hides the things that don't work well. As long as there's something that looks good. It's the 80-20 rule. Have you guys heard of the 80-20 rule? The 80-20 rule. 20% of what you're doing makes up for the 80%, or makes up 80% of the work. 20% of what you're doing makes up for 80% of the work. So if 20% of your drawing is the most amazing thing ever, the rest of your drawing could be not as good, and it won't matter as much. The very, very good drawing is going to take over for the really, really bad drawings in your piece. Okay? That's the 80-20 rule. So, but the best thing is, the best advice I could say is not caring. Not caring. More fun, less caring, right? So, I don't care. It doesn't turn out. Hey, I'm the guy who made that Super Saiyan Goku 3, right? Drawing that everybody hated. Well, I don't say everybody. You know, to be honest, some people actually like that drawing, but the vast majority hated that. I think that's my most disliked video. Was that time I tried to draw that Super Saiyan Goku 3 as the Hulk. He pretty much was like the Hulk, right? For those of you guys who remember, he was pretty much the Hulk. So, yeah, because this is just for the YouTube channel, this is just for fun, this is just for my friends who care to watch with me. That's why, you know, I won't say I don't care in terms of the quality. Of course, I want everything to look the best they can. But if I make a mistake, I don't sweat it. I just like, okay, let's just move on. Let's see if I can fix it and move on. Look at this hand. Look at this Sonic hand. I messed up. I didn't give him enough fingers. And I gave it this really weird finger here. Look how weird that finger is. But it is what it is. So, hopefully that answers your question, my man, and keep doing what you do. You do. Fantastic artist. Go follow my friend here. howtodrawcomics.net. Because you could see the similar influences in both of our stuff, in both of our styles. It's very, very similar. You could tell we're both, you know, we're from that age, that style. I won't say we're the same age, but the same style. Influence. Style influence, not age. Style influence as we go. Okay? So, let's, I'm going to leave it there for now. I might go back and add some more fur and stuff. But for now, we're going to leave this as is. For now, again, because I got to go back because we're going to draw probably one more character here for today. What time is it now? It is 7 o'clock. Maybe I got to rush one more, guys. Okay, guys. So let's do Knuckles. Let's do Knuckles next, okay? We're going to do Knuckles next. Okay, so guys, we're going to end the stream now. We're going to do a brand new stream, and I'm going to try to draw Knuckles. I do have a hard out at 8 a.m. Eastern. So we will do our best to try to get everything done under an hour. Once again, if you guys want to ask me questions, okay? I'm going to say this again. If you guys want to ask me questions that I will answer, you know, you could either just super chat like my friends here, or you could go to the community tab. And once again, I will show you guys the community tab one more time, just so you know. You want to ask me a question, go to the community tab. Okay, go to the community tab. So this is my homepage here. As you see, we are live. Go to the community tab, hit the community, and then go to the top post here. The top post here, click on that and comment. And this is where you write your questions. Again, the reason I want you to write your questions here is so that if I decide to clip out anything that I'm doing here, and like if, for example, I thought I liked the answer to your question, I would like to show that you asked this question. So this is much easier for me to cut out and put if it's a short or whatever. If I do like a long video where I'm answering, you know, taking my favorite answers for the week, I could actually take your comment here and post it there so that you could get the shine you deserve, my friend. Shine you deserve. Okay? Sounds good, my friends. Sounds good. So, thank you guys for watching. Give me a high five, my friends. Give me a high five. And just don't worry. Don't worry. I'll be back in a few minutes. Thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you very, very shortly. All right. All right. If I know how to turn this off again. I don't know how to turn things off. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'll talk to you in the next stream. Here we go.